What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Country Bunkers Trains. I hope you're doing good. Not a whole lot's been happening on the layout this past week or so. Been pretty busy with work and whatnot. But I did get a new piece in today that I figured we could take a look at together and get installed here on the layout. That kind of goes hand in hand with our last video, the scenery update to the layout. Along with that, I figured we could go over some updates and new products coming here to the layout very soon. I've been toying with the idea for a little while now about installing a backdrop here on this wall in the train room. In the layout's previous configuration or setup, this wall was not as pronounced or stuck out as much. It used to have that big MTH bridge right in front of it, as well as the city was placed here, so this wall was pretty hidden. Obviously now in the layout's current configuration, it really sticks out, and it's kind of a sore spot on the layout, if you will. It just doesn't look that great. So I went ahead and picked up a backdrop to install on it. I picked up this O-scale backdrop from trainjunkies.com. They seem to be pretty competitively priced with the other O-scale backdrops available online. This particular backdrop measures out to be 2 feet tall by 10 feet long. I did have somewhat of a hard time figuring out the scene I wanted to get for the backdrop. This layout is kind of modeled in a way, if you will, after a small country town or rural city that's growing or expanding. I originally thought maybe I could do a wood scene to go along with those beautiful big trees we got recently. However, I thought that would look a little out of place with the York Hotel up here. And as well, I've also got these beautiful building flats offered by Nick at PGH Train Fanatic. I've got the Amityville house here as well that I'd like to place over here. So I thought the woods would look a little bit out of place. I forget the name of the scene that I picked out, but the scene is kind of a mountain or hillside, but the mountain and hill also has some buildings scattered around on it. So I thought that was a good compromise in between having, a woodsy look as well as having some buildings placed on the hill. I guess we'll find out together. It was kind of hard to tell on the small pictures online, so I guess we'll see together how this is going to look. I'll go ahead and get this thing placed on the wall, and I'll get right back with you. Alrighty, guys. Well, here she is installed on the wall. Looking pretty good. I did find the receipt rolled up in it when unraveling it, and the name, if you're interested, is called Feather River Mountain from 2017. I did have this one printed reverse from right to left rather than the standard left to right. As you'll notice, this is the edge of the backdrop, and I cut it off over here. In the standard configuration or picture, as you see, the mountains are high on one side and the elevation gradually gets lower and lower. Knowing the elevated line is over here, I wanted to have the height of the mountain over here. So like I say, I had it printed in reverse. That way you can see the mountain. But yeah, I think it looks pretty good. Like I say, you can see it's got some homes and whatnot placed on the bottom of the mountain. That way it's not just completely wilderness, if you will. I think the hotel will kind of mix in with it. These building flats, they're a little big next to it, but I think they'll look all right. I still got to get them placed, obviously. Like I say, they do look a little bit bigger. I did cut a little short in a couple spots over here, but that's okay. I'm safe. That big York Hotel hides this seam, so you won't even see it. I got lucky there. I do find myself wondering if I maybe shot myself in the foot a little bit. Maybe I shouldn't have placed the scenery, because I've got quite a bit left over. I could place some on the back walls, make it look a little bit better. However, the catch to that too, I kind of like how the stuff hanging on the wall back there looks. I think it'd look a little bit goofy with this backdrop mixed in with them. I don't know. It is what it is. There's no changing it now. But what can you do? I think this really helps spruce up this wall quite a bit, and it looks a lot better. Now, I do believe the correct and professional way to attach this or install this is to either glue it straight to the wall or glue it to another board that is then attached to the wall. I didn't want to go through all of that. I didn't want to glue this to the wall because in case in the future I want to take this down, I don't want to have to redo and repaint this wall. So I took the easy way out. I use these carpet tacks. I love the hell out of these things. These get used quite a bit in multiple areas. But I tacked the corners to stretch it out, and then I just used some double-sided tape in some spots on the back to tape the middle to the wall. And it's given me some good results. I'm pretty happy with it. Hopefully that tape will last. I do have a little pocket of air, or maybe not really a wrinkle, just some looseness right here. But again, that York Hotel is going to hide that. Just an easier way to install it versus just gluing it to the wall. I went ahead and did a little bit of scenery work while I was up here installing this. As you can see, got some ground cover installed as well as some ballast. I'm not planning on coming out any further because I have plans of stuff to install and do up here towards the front. But it does give me an idea and a feel for how it's going to look, and I think it's looking pretty good. I am planning on replacing those MTH telephone poles with the Woodland Scenics ones that we discussed in the last video. I think those will look a lot better. And along with that, we also got the pavement installed for the hotel. This is the same street material we discussed in the last video. But yeah, it looks pretty good, I think. It does seem a little bit darker in the train room with this up. We've lost the light reflecting off of that beige paint, but I think that was a good trade-off. Like I say, this looks pretty good. Let me know what you guys think. I'm sure, as you know, the 2021 Volume 2 catalog is out from Lionel. And if you didn't know, I'd have to ask, where have you been? Pretty cool catalog. Luckily for my wallet, not a whole lot in here that interests me, but hey, that's okay. There are a couple things I am picking up. The big news, of course, for this catalog is the introduction of the Strasbourg number 90. I know a lot of people have been begging and asking for this one for quite a while, and I'm pretty excited for them who are getting it. As I say, though, luckily for me, I don't have any connection or desire for this particular engine, so I'm safe from this one. I will say I do have a little bit of sticker shock from it, but hey, what can you do? The one engine that did catch my eye and had me drooling a little bit was the Sea-Liner. That FM demonstrator unit is just beautiful. However, the one thing that's kept me from pulling the trigger is they didn't come out with a super bass unit to go along with these engines. I'm unsure why, as they have quite a few other super bass setups with the other engines. I know there's talk of Lionel coming out with a B unit in the future that might have super bass in it, but I'd rather purchase it all together and have the complete set rather than hoping and praying that they do come out with it in the future. So I do believe this go-around I'm going to pass. I do have two pieces on order from this catalog, though. I'm a big fan of these huge 86-foot high-cube boxcars, and I had to jump on two more to go along with the southern one that I currently have. I went ahead and ordered the Ann Arbor and Penn Central road names. I'm pretty excited for these to be coming in, although it'll be quite a while till they're here. Don't these things look great, though? I've also got to order in out of the June 2021 Atlas O catalog, and I'm pretty excited. I currently do not have any Atlas O product, and I hear a lot of great things, and I'm really curious and excited to see what's coming from Atlas to the layout. These huge auto carriers is what caught my eye, and these claim to be all new tooling. They might be a little big for my small layout, but what the hell. I ended up ordering the 4 road numbers for the Union Pacific auto carrier. These things should look great along with those huge high-cube boxcars we have coming. We're coming into August of 2021, which happens to be the scheduled delivery date for the MTH Premier Last Run Big Boy. Truth be told, though, I'm not holding my breath. More than likely it'll be showing up more towards September or October. However, that would be an awesome surprise if it were to show up on time. We've been remodeling and redoing this layout specifically for that monstrous engine that is coming, and I can't wait to get that thing running on the rails. It's going to be quite the sight. We've also got another extraordinary piece coming here to the layout fairly soon. I can barely wait for it. I can't tell you guys what it is just yet. Believe me, I want to, but you guys are going to have to stay tuned to find out what it is, and I think it's going to be worthwhile too. It really is going to be an awesome piece. But anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead and leave you with a few shots of the engines running with the new backdrop installed. I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. If you did, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It would be much appreciated. Until next time, guys, my name is Zach, and this is Country Bunkers Trains. Y'all take care. I'll see you the next go round.